This is the One Idjit's Thoughts On podcast. I'm Paul Mackey, and this is August 5th, day 5 of the Dog Days of Podcasting Challenge. You can go to dogdaysofpodcasting.com to find out all about the challenge and get access to a master feed with all of the participants' contributions in a single RSS feed. My project this month is product trivia, and we'll get the answers from yesterday and today's questions in a little bit. It's been a pretty busy summer. Both kids are working. Fox has his on-campus job and a few hours each Thursday at the TV station. Iris is renting bicycles and surreys to tourists down in Canal Park. I've taken Iris on a couple of campus visits as she heads into her senior year of high school. Later this month, I'm taking Iris and her friend down to Shakopee for the Renaissance Fair. Then the next weekend, we're attending a wedding. I said earlier I'd be traveling during the last episodes this year, but that's wrong. I somehow put Labor Day weekend into this month in my brain, even though it's as far into September as Labor Day can get. But Labor Day weekend, Fox will be presenting an equipment demo at the Minnesota State Fair, and we'll be heading down for that. I'll try to remember to talk more about that later on. So, let's get to the trivia, shall we? Yesterday, I left you with a couple of first a simple question. In what product's advertising are people looked upon as uncouth for asking, "Please pass the jelly"? And that would be Pull Honor All Fruit. There were a couple of different commercial spots in the heyday of this campaign, and it at least made an impression in my mind and Seth MacFarlane, as YouTube pretty much shows me 2 vintage spots and a dozen posts of a Family Guy reference to it. And secondly, a product was developed by the Ore-Ida Company in 1953 using what was previously regarded as waste from its main product. It was originally priced so low that consumers avoided it, as it suspected low quality. Sales did not take off until they raised the price of what product, which handily stows away in cargo pockets. And that answer is tater tots. I only ever saw Napoleon Dynamite once, but the pocket full of tots was a reference I couldn't resist for this one. Tater tots is still a registered trademark of Ore-Ida, but it's definitely at risk of falling to genericization. So let's get to the new questions, with a much more kids/sweet tooth angle. First up, lots of people remember General Foods candy Pop Rocks as introduced to test markets in 1974, widely marketed starting in 1976 and ultimately discontinued by 1980, though eventually licensed to other companies and returning to the market by the late 80s. What was the companion popping candy also from General Foods with a finer consistency that also left the market around 1980? And then second, a dippable cookie snack was introduced by General Mills in 1990, becoming very popular in the mid-90s and eventually tailing off until being discontinued in 2012 during a healthy snack campaign period. Then it bounced on and off the shelves in Canada and Australia before returning to the US in 2020 and continuing to this day. Which snack is this? I suppose if you want, you can go find some Pop Rocks and the product from the second question after listening. I don't think they're too hard to find, but happy hunting! You've been listening to the One Idjit's Thoughts On podcast, produced by Paul Mackey in association with Nimlas Studios. Any short clips of audio from shows is included under fair use for commentary purposes, and copyright for that content remains with its original copyright holders. The theme song is Too Good by Jack Mangan and is used by his generous permission. One Idjit's Thoughts is produced under a Creative Commons Attribution, Non-Commercial, No Derivatives 4.0 international license. You can find more episodes of this podcast and many other fine podcasts at nimlas.org. You can contact me by emailing idjitcastpodcast@gmail.com or commenting on episodes at nimlas.org.